Chapter 2. So Let It Be Written. June 11th. White Round, Michigan. Warm candlelight flicks around an old room lined with taxidermied animals. A variety of heads mounted along the wall cast long shadows toward the ceiling. Their cold, dark eyes shine staring down at a young woman sitting at a desk in the center of the room. She sniffles and with unblinking eyes stares at her left hand as it violently maneuvers a pen across an old journal. Her face, contorted in a frenzy of emotion, winces with pain as she turns the page to a blank one and continues writing. The young woman's blonde hair sways around with her head as her bloodshot eyes dart from line to line. Her arm feels as if it were on fire, and the question of how long she's been sitting here creeps into her mind. The thought is quickly lost in a swirling sea of confusion. Her bloody elbow retreads a short trail of red along the desk. Again, her right hand turns the page for the left. Her already fast breathing gets even quicker and quicker and quicker. She can hardly navigate what she's writing, let alone the disgusting amalgamation of raw feelings at the edge of her consciousness. Another page turns. Her breathing gets faster, and another page, and faster, and another page, until her right hand reaches down to reveal one single blank page left. Her left hand, torn up from raw abuse, moves with a newfound delicacy. With each word it writes, her breathing slows, and a bit of clarity returns. For a moment, she is able to close her eyes. When she opens them, she reads each word with care. At the last word, her breathing accelerates faster than it had a moment ago. Her eyes widen with terror. The left hand raises the pen, silver tip facing inward toward her. The right hand struggles to move, but it can't. For a moment, it feels as if she can't breathe at all, and her look of terror almost turns to pleading before the pen plunges into her neck. A look of fear and surprise washes over her face as a full clarity comes into her mind. Her vision narrows, she begins to feel weak, and as coldness spreads throughout her body, she slumps onto the desk. Her head lies next to the journal, the final page of which simply says, "Thus with a kiss." The animals mounted on the walls, lit by the flicking flames of candles, watch on. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Commission of Preternatural and Metaphysical Phenomena. Ricardo Santos walks down the busy streets of Harrisburg. He turns right and finds his familiar source of local news. A small boy loudly calls out, standing on top of a stack of newspapers.
Fresh newspapers. Papers, get your papers.
Hey there, Curly. I'll take 2 of them today. Ricardo digs into his pocket as the boy hops off and grabs 2 thick papers. Ricardo reaches out and exchanges a dime for him. "Thank you very much, young man." Curly gives him a small salute and a smile before hopping back onto his perch where he continues his call.
Nelson to fight for Taft.
Ricardo steps down a few more blocks and stops at the front door of the commission. The stone deer above the door casts a shadow on another familiar sight. A stack of newspapers tied together about as tall as Curly the newsboy stands proud near the entrance. Ricardo's eyes look down at the shipment of newspapers and sighs. He grabs the door, peeking his head in just enough to yell, "Hey, yo! I need a hand with the delivery!" A minute passes before Heidi comes down to the door. When she sees the stack of papers, she rolls her eyes. "Hold on, hon. I'll grab a Jaya if you want to go ahead and get started." Chuckling to himself, he cuts the tie on top of the stack of papers, grabs the first pile, and makes his way through the lobby, up the stairs, to his desk, plopping them down on the only clear section. On his way back down the stairs, Ajaya passes him with another stack, laughing at him about how much reading he has to do. In reality, the majority of the papers were useless. All of them were from decently sized publications all around the United States. Most were around a week or 2 old. 2 tall towers of paper sit on the desk and on the floor. Ajaya puffs her pipe and retreats back to the armory, leaving a trail of cherry tobacco on her way down the stairs. Mr. Santos grabs the first paper from the top, fans it out, and begins reading. After some time, he folds it up and grabs another. He did his best not to waste time, skimming through headlines, ignoring minor stories about weddings and backwater infrastructure. Every so often, though, he would find something worth reading. As the day goes on, the pile gradually gets shorter. After several hours have passed, he lets out a sigh and looks up. Realizing that he's the only one in the office, he kicks up his feet on the corner of his desk. Another hour passes when a story catches his eye. His face grows intense as he sits up straight, no longer skimming the words. He reads it again and nods his head, grabs a pencil, and circles the headline just as Heidi walks up the stairs with a small basket in hand. Hey, Heidi, I think I got one. Listen to this, he says as he begins to read the story. After a few minutes, Heidi cuts him off. All right, bring it here. I'll get started on it. Go ahead and send the wire to the locals. Then you can have one of these sandwiches, she says, pointing toward the basket. Ricardo nods and walks back toward the telegraph. He sits and begins tapping away. Meanwhile, Heidi Ripplinger looks over the story, taking a pencil and circling specific words, phrases, and sentences. She reaches over and makes a handful of bullet points in one of her notebooks. When she's satisfied, she gets up and walks toward the back of the office. A handful of short but full bookshelves line the wall near the telegraph. Her hand grabs 1, 2, 3 books and walks them back to her desk. She opens the first one, titled Journal of Mental Science, issue 230, volume 55. She pores over the pages for a while, jotting down a few notes and mentioning the writing tremor epidemic of 1892. She closes the book and opens the next just as Ricardo gets up from the telegraph. It seems like the real deal to me. Local law didn't seem very eager to talk about the issue, but they didn't make any attempt to sugarcoat it. They don't have a clue what's going on. In fact, they found another one today, he says as he walks back to his desk. Today, huh? That adds up a little too well. Based on what I'm reading, it seems like this might keep happening. Do we have anything else coming up for the new guys? I don't think so. We haven't gotten anything from Commissioner Alborn in a bit, and Zworson's been out on a case near Atlanta. Well, shit. Did he take Gideon with him? Poor kid's gonna take a while to heal. Some time with Frank might do him some good. No. Marshal Gideon's in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, with one of the gumshoe detectives Alborn hired. Nothing too serious, and Mr. Zworson took Garnett with him to Atlanta. Should be back Monday. Sounds like it's mostly a paperwork thing. I don't envy him. You know how he is with that stuff. I'm assuming Ash didn't take that too well? Ricardo nods. Not near as bad as what I've seen, but he was clearly not happy. I can't imagine those private detectives being that bad to work with. I mean, all the ones I've met seem professional. It's not about professionalism, Ricky. It's about the implications. Regardless, hopefully this will be the last one he has to deal with. I hear there might be another one of those BOI agents tagging along. Maybe they'll pair him up with Ash. You know, if you don't mind me asking, what's the deal? With some of the wackadoo stuff we've found and all, you'd think Asher's story wouldn't be so unbelievable. Heidi lets out a sigh, looking up toward the framed art on the wall. I'm not sure. From what I could read and from what Zworson said, it seems like it all checked out. Alborn's always struck an odd chord. I'd rather believe it's not something personal, but God only knows, Ricky. Sometimes people make less sense than the things we send these guys looking for. Reality is often stranger than fiction. At least that's something I read somewhere. With a smile, Heidi takes one last puff from a cigarette before shoving it into an ashtray. Don't think about it too hard. Some things aren't worth worrying about. Regardless, I'll get the assignment letter typed up. Think you could get them delivered tomorrow? What is Clay doing? It's a Saturday morning. He hasn't heard from the commission in a week or two.
Tate is making breakfast for himself and the kids.
Okay. What's he making?
Hash.
Corned beef hash? Or just hash?
Corned beef hash. Ooh, he had some really good corned beef hash within the last month or so and is trying to remake it.
The kids love it. They're very excited to have Dad's cooking. You sit down and eat with them and go to check your mailbox. And inside you find a letter from the Commission of Preternatural and Metaphysical Phenomena.
Back to work.
Do you take the letter inside to read it, or do you just open it? What's he do with it?
He's going to take the letter inside and go to his bedroom.
You open up the letter. You find the familiar site, U.S. Department of Justice, U.S. Department of Treasury, Interagency Commission of Preternatural and Metaphysical Phenomena, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. The logo, the date. Field Agent Assignment for Tate Clay and Hubert Johnson. Approved by Erman H. Alborn, Franklin Zworson. Written by Heidi Ripplinger. This document contains restricted materials. Do not distribute or share these documents to unauthorized individuals unless it is reasonably deemed necessary to the goals set by the acting authority. Any violation thereof will result in the immediate termination of acting field agent and prosecution under the law. Restricted. Identical, just about, except the date, to the first one you received. The second page says as follows. Overview. Reports have been coming in from White Round, Michigan regarding seemingly ritualistic suicides. Over the last few months, 5 separate people have ended their own lives by plunging a pen into their body. This was done after the individual had filled an entire journal or notebook with writings. The texts seem to vary in content, but each maintains an intense disconnection with reality. The final page of each quotes the passage, "Thus with a kiss I die," from Romeo and Juliet. Research indicates potential for a preternatural cause. A pattern has been observed which points to another death on the 29th of June. The local sheriff, Arthur Garvey, is less than eager for help, but seems to be open to cooperation, given one of his deputies is among the 5 aforementioned fatalities. The local sheriff, Arthur Garvey, is less than eager for help, but seems open to cooperation, given one of his deputies is among the 5 aforementioned fatalities. Assignment. Marshal Hubert Johnson and Agent Tate Clay are to report to the sheriff's office in White Round, Michigan, and begin a thorough investigation with the Commission's objectives in mind. Commission objectives. Investigate reports of preternatural or metaphysical phenomena throughout the United States and its territories. If preternatural or metaphysical phenomena are found, collect all evidence and report to CPMP headquarters. Keep any mention of preternatural or metaphysical phenomena on a need-to-know basis with non-CPMP personnel. Additional notes. There is a lot of credible speculation as to the cause of the deaths. Murder cannot be ruled out by local law, but it is thought to be highly unlikely. Some occult phenomena or medical infections match the descriptions given in the newspaper and telegraphs. However, at this time, it is the official opinion of the CPMP that psychiatric mass hysteria is the most likely cause.
So they want us to find out the cause.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The commission objectives are also the same from the first one. Like the commission objectives are investigate reports.
Yep.
Bring home stuff. Don't really talk about it with other people.
Okay.
It is Saturday the 24th.
Okay. How long have we been back from mission?
Couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Week and a half, couple weeks. What is Birdie up to on a Saturday morning?
On a Saturday morning?
Yeah.
That dude is sleeping. He kind of goes on a nightly bender.
Mm.
It's a cycle, you know? So actually it would be more of a roll because he would be reading, researching, pursuing stuff, and then abusing alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
But he's pretty good at it. So depending on the time of day and Saturday, he's either sleeping or that dude's already up. What time would you say it is? He's up.
9:30.
Okay, he's up. He's 2 cups of coffee in.
Okay. When does he check his mailbox, and what does he do before then?
9:30. Birdie, he would check his mailbox on his way to the diner for breakfast.
Okay. When he opens his mailbox, he finds the usual, but also a letter from the Commission for Preternatural and Metaphysical Phenomena.
His process isn't to check the mail at the box. It's he grabs it, goes to the diner, sits down, gets a cup of coffee, and then goes through his mail.
Okay. When he gets to the letter from the Commission, it's very similar to the first one that you received, the assignment to the Commission. U.S. Department of Justice, U.S. Department of Treasury, Interagency Commission of Preternatural and Metaphysical Phenomena, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, June 26, 1911. Field Agent Assignment 4, Tate Clay and Hubert Johnson. Approved by Erman H. Alborn, Franklin Zworson. Written by Heidi Ripley.
And this is taking place in Well Round, Michigan?
White Round, Michigan. Inside, along with the letter, is also a train ticket out to Michigan, to Ann Arbor, and petty cash to get your way to White Round.
So let it be written?
So let it be written.
Hey, Darlene.
Yeah, hon.
Yeah. I need to get out of. I need to skedaddle here pretty quick. If you can go ahead and top me off, and maybe get a jump on them hash. That'd be much appreciated.
Can do. All right, right out.
Birdie's going to pay for his breakfast, and Birdie is going to head to the drugstore. He's going to pick up smokes, enough for a long trip. You never know when you're out and about if they're going to have what you're looking for. He's also going to get a bottle of, I believe aspirin. It was around at this time, wasn't it?
Probably.
Let's look it up.
1897. Boom, you got it. You can get some aspirin from the drugstore.
Oh, Birdie. Let's just say Birdie chews on aspirin. Well, when he's at home, because it's aggressive, dedicated research followed by ritual alcohol abuse. Wake up, get some coffee, get some breakfast, chew on aspirin, hop back into the day's studies, and then revisit that old friend, the bottle, in the evening. Yeah.
Very good. So what's his plan? Are you thinking about heading back to the Commission or just hopping straight on the train?
The train ticket
is for Monday. Yeah.
Yeah. So Birdie he's going to do on Saturday what he had already been planning on doing Saturday. He's continuing to do his research, and then he's going to get hammered.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday is a day of purification.
Oh.
He needs a day to clean up before he's ready for work on Monday.
What's his purification ritual?
Coffee, breakfast, aspirin, and then long walks and a hot bath.
Okay. And then what's he do Monday morning?
Oh, Monday morning he's up and at him. He's at the Commission at 8 a.m.
Okay, good. Yeah. Get a little briefing before you head out?
Oh, yeah. Touch base, and all right, here's why I'm thinking.
All right, let me get
Sedeski.
The youngster.
Sedeski.
The two of you meet at the Commission. What time would you plan on getting to the Commission Monday morning?
He gets to the Commission at 8.
Exactly when Birdie's planning on being there.
Oh, you got to tell Birdie what he sees.
That's for you. It's your thing.
You're the game master.
Oh my gosh. Look what he's making me do.
Fine. I'll get there at 8:15.
Okay. Birdie, you walk up after going through your morning ritual. You walk up to the front door of the commission. Chuck a cigarette right at the pavement. Walk inside, past those uncomfortable-looking chairs, up the stairs. Heidi is there, chatting with Zwarson. He's got a duffel bag kind of hung across his shoulders. Yeah, so, okay, all right, yep. Yeah, so, and then, oh, hey, Marshal, morning.
Morning, sir.
I assume you got the assignment letter.
That is correct.
All right, I was just going over the details with Riplinger here.
Perfect. Yeah, just got some spare clothes and figured we'd want to gear up before heading out.
Well, doesn't sound like it's going to be nearly as inhospitable as the last one.
Yeah, it's in a town, right?
Yep. Yeah, not terribly far away from Ann Arbor. So it won't be... You're not out in the wilderness.
Yeah. Running water, hot breakfasts.
Yep. Based on what we read, it's one of those logging towns. Starting to kind of downsize a little bit since the operation got shut. So, nothing too big, nothing too small.
Yeah. Well, never hurts to have more, than needed.
Yep. All right. Well, Jaya, is Jaya here yet?
I'll be honest. I this time of morning, it's a suspect query.
Oh, well, all right. I'll have to talk to her about that. Here, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out a big ring of keys. Come with me. We'll get you sorted.
All right.
Around that time, you hear a... And then you hear a clunk, clunk.
The hell?
And a moment later, in walks your partner.
Morning, fellas.
Tate?
Birdie.
The hell was that I heard outside there? Hey, how common are vehicles?
They're starting to
They're
be
getting
common.
more common.
Yeah.
So on his walk to the commission this morning, would he have seen a vehicle?
Probably one or two. Think about like how a couple years ago seeing an electric car was.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not very common. It's kind of like, oh, cool,
Yeah. What's that I heard out there?
Birdie, there's a real bona fide iron horse.
You got yourself an iron horse, huh? You got yourself a locomotive.
A Ford Model T, Birdie.
Ford Model T. All right.
Best in the business right now, or so they say.
I mean, yeah, you can get it any color you want, right? As long as it's black.
As long as it's black.
Yeah. I read about them in the papers. I don't know if I trust them as much as a good horse, but
Yeah, I think it's a fad personally.
yeah, too noisy, requires too much specialized maintenance.
Yeah. Man's been riding a horse for a long time. I don't see why we got to up and change that.
Before that, man walked.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, thousands of years ago.
Thousands.
Ever evolving, gentlemen. Look at that fella.
All the infrastructure, Galapagos. All the infrastructure is built around horses and locomotive. You throw something else in there, ain't gonna work. Anyway, we're here to get you got the assignment letter, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get you some equipment. He starts kind of peeling through all these keys as he opens the door, kind of still looking at the keys, holds it for you to grab. You grab it, walks down the stairs, and he starts trying to put one in, turn the big, cage locked to the armory, puts in another. Kunk, kunk. All right. What do you guys need?
Well, seeing as how we're not going to be out in the wilderness, I don't foresee us needing tents. rations, really. I mean, this is a town, right? They
Yeah.
gotta have a grocer and drugstore and
Yeah, we're the
hotel.
Yep. We're communicating with some of the locals via telegraph. They're pretty well established. There's an inn and all that.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I don't even know what I came here for, to be honest.
it never hurts to check in prior. Maybe something new came up since Saturday.
Yeah, I suppose.
Let's see. Well, I got my revolver, got my coat. I don't know. I'm pretty good. You got any updates on this mission here since that letter was written?
Well, I just got back myself. I was down at Atlanta with that Bureau of Investigation. Well, you haven't met him yet, Garnett. But Heidi has a list of the deceased, but you'll probably want to get more information from the sheriff when you get there. Sounds like, based on what she was saying, there's been a death every 6 days to the day for the past 5 deaths, and the last one was on Friday.
Oh, shit! That means we got to get there quick, and maybe stop the next one from happening.
You know, that would be pretty good if you could. I'd say that'd be a priority. Regardless of commission objectives, if you can save a life, that's considerably more valuable to me, at least.
Agreed. Well, Tate, you need anything down here? Because
Yeah, I'll take a med bag if you got one.
Yeah, here, hold
that
on.
ain't a bad idea.
Maybe what's that medicine they got? The stuff for headaches and muscle aches?
Talking about aspirin.
Yeah, that stuff.
I got me a bottle of aspirin. We could take another one, though, just in case.
Yeah, here, let me, he walks in and closes the gate behind him, reaches into the desk, pulls out some papers, some folders, runs down one of the halls. You hear some stuff getting, like, shoved around. Oh, where the hell? Something falls. You hear, like, some things ding around the floor. Oh, god damn it.
I think Ajaya might be a little mad when she comes in today, Birdie.
I think not as mad as her buddy over here is going to be when she comes in. She's over here trying to do her job.
He walks out of the aisle with a big bag full of medical equipment. He looks down and starts kind of like finger to the paper going down a list, like a checklist. And he's got like a pencil. Oh, fuck it. He just throws it. All right. Here. He puts it through the slit, comes back out, locks it behind him.
I'd have done the same thing.
Yeah. Paperwork is an invention of the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should do it. You guys need anything else before you head out?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm sure I'll think of it later.
Have a chat with Heidi before you go.
Sounds good.
The three of you go up the stairs, just as Ajaya walks in the front door. Good day.
Ajaya?
Morning.
Puffing on her cherry tobacco, walks downstairs. Heidi is up there waiting for you. She tips her hat to Ajaya.
All right, so I did as much research on this as I could. Like I said in the assignment, the sheriff doesn't seem to think they're murders. That makes a lot of sense to me, if what we read is to be believed. There's been a couple cases of mass hysteria where large groups of people just started doing things and it didn't quite make sense. Could be that, but so far as I read, those didn't have much to do with suicide, more so to do with dancing or something like that.
All right. Well, I'm sure you got plenty of details that we can take a look at while on the train. Sounds like it's going to be a long one.
Yeah. Go ahead. Here's some of my other notes. Just look through that on your way there.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I better Zworson's pulling a cigar out of his pocket and kind of nervously looking toward the door to the armory, just as you hear from all the way down, "Oh, what the fuck?" All right, let me walk y'all to the outside here.
Yeah, it's probably a good time for us to go.
Ms. Ripplinger, thank you.
Yeah, good luck. Zworson walks you guys out as he's striking a few matches, lighting his cigar. You two did a good job last time. Keep it up, all right?
Hey, did those pictures ever come back with anything? Something that might count as proof?
Nope. Nothing good.
Do I believe him?
Roll a psychology check.
It's a 42 over 30.
Yeah, you believe him. You have no reason not to.
Okay.
And you guys depart.
See, Birdie? There she is. No hay, no pooping.
Yep, no hay, no pooping, you're right.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
Yep, you get 100 miles from here, and you find yourself without a tank of gas, and you're going to be wishing you had something that ran off of hay and poop.
Oh, I wish I could get 100 miles from here with this, Birdie, but I don't think we're going that far.
Shit, how far can you get on this thing?
I haven't really put it to the test.
Well, it's gotta have a reservoir of some kind, right?
It's got a tank holds several gallons, but I just top it off in the morning. And when it comes to leaded fuel, you want the newer stuff and helps keep it fresh.
Huh. All right. Well,
Burns better for the trees and stuff too.
Got it. Yeah. Well, it does look like a slick piece of machinery. I will say that. Yeah.
Hey, Zorson,
Huh?
is it good if I just park this around the side?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Tate goes over, pulls the crank out of the front, cranks it up. I'm still getting used to this, and he runs around to the steering wheel and bumps his spark advance a little bit, runs her back around, cranks it up, and it starts.
As you're doing all that, Zworson kind of folds his arms and looks over at Birdie, like, get a load of this.
Hey, he's a good guy to have on your side, so we will allow him these little bouts of foolishness.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Hey, man, fool's got to spend his money somewhere, right?
Yeah, I hear that.
Hey, looking good over there, Tate. Looking real good.
I'll be back in just a moment.
Give us a run on the horn, man.
Birdie, I can't hear you. It's too loud over here.
Did they have horns?
As you guys are like standing there moving the car and whatever, the door bursts open.
Zworson, get in here now!
And she crosses her arms and she's got this look and starts tapping her foot. All right, yep, okay, yeah, all right. Good luck, you two.
What did I tell you about?
As the door slams shut behind them.
Tate will park the car and meet back up with Birdie.
You guys make your way to the train station. You get there about 10 minutes early. It's pretty busy, but a lot more people are departing than getting on. And when your train arrives, there's a couple people that get on and a couple people that get off. You hop on and take your long train ride up to Ann Arbor. Along your train ride, you look over some of the notes that Ripplinger assembled for you. As she said to you, though, most of it is historical documents. Not all of them are old. Like, there's one from 1892 where a German town, just like the people couldn't stop dancing. And the doctors were baffled. And the people that were, like, afflicted with this, like, dancing. This is a real thing, by the way. They just couldn't. It was almost like restless leg syndrome, but in your waking hours. And they're like, we want, like, please stop. I don't want to dance anymore.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. Still to this day, people don't know what it was. And psychiatric mass hysteria is what, the current consensus was. There's other similar occurrences like that. That's their best guess. outside of occult phenomena or supernatural, preternatural, metaphysical stuff. If it's a mundane explanation, maybe that's it. You guys continue on your train ride.
The first thing Tate does when the train starts moving is he's going to wave down the first cart attendant that he sees.
A younger woman is pushing a cart down, periodically stopping as people wave toward her, and then she gets to you, stops.
Hello.
Whiskey, neat, please.
Okay. We have Canadian Special and Bourbon Blue.
We'll do the bourbon blue.
Okay. Yep. She's... And anything for you, sir?
How long is this train ride, roughly? We're going to Ann Arbor ways.
17-hour train ride, modern train, so probably 20 hours. We'll just call it 20 hours. It's a day travel.
You might as well leave us the bottle here. We got a long ride.
Actually, sir, it's we have some. We have a 3-drink limit on this cab.
Is that a fact?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's just company policy.
And what if I walk to the other cab? Or the bar cab?
Birdie's going to pull out $1. I don't recall hearing about that.
Well,
You got a long ride ahead of us, man.
There's some of the other train attendants are like looking over at you, and she's like,
I'm sorry, I can't. Here, go. And she pours you a drink.
All right. Well, can't fault a man for trying.
Anything else?
No, I think we're good here.
And, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, yes.
and then she goes on to the next person who's trying to get her attention.
No time like the present, eh, Tate?
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Tate will do something else several hours into the train ride, though.
What will he do?
He's going to make his way to the front of the train
Okay.
and ask to talk to the conductors.
You get to the very front. There's a guy standing there. Can I help you?
Afternoon, my friend.
Good afternoon.
Name's Special Agent Tate Clay, and he kind of shows him his badge.
Your name is Special Agent?
I'm just looking to have a chat with the conductors.
Oh,
I've always been fascinated with these trains, and I would just love to know a little more.
well, I don't think you're allowed.
And he tucks $1 into his pocket.
I don't,
You can at least ask him, right?
ask him. Well, I can I see badge?
He already showed it.
I see it again.
It's still out.
Like he's,
No, he's just like in front of him.
can I see that?
I suppose.
He grabs it. He looks over. All right, well, looks good to me. Here.
I would hope so.
And just wait here 1 minute. We'll make sure they're not doing something else. They said they're busy right now. Here's your $1 bill back.
Very well. 15 minutes later, Tate will go back up to the guy. They still busy?
Oh, well, that might be.
What's your name, friend?
Derek.
Derek?
Yeah.
Derek who?
Well, what? Am I under arrest?
No.
Oh. Well,
Just looking to get you know you a little better.
Well, I don't think I need to tell lawman unless I'm in trouble.
I mean, you could be in trouble. You know what the Secret Service looks into, my friend?
Yeah, money. Didn't you just try to bribe me?
Yeah. As I remember it, you try to bribe me.
How's?
Who are they going to believe? Federal agent or train boy?
I mean, what do you? What are you
Let
saying?
me talk to him, man.
All right, come with me. All right. He leads you into the room. It's really hot. It's really, really hot. It's already kind of hot out, and it's.
Tate will roll up his sleeves on the way in.
Hey,
Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell are you? Is this the guy you were talking about?
yeah, he just wanted to see it real quick.
I'm fucking busy here. Who?
Doesn't look like it. You're not shoveling the coal.
This guy is sweaty and covered in like dirt and muck, and he looks at the big guy and just kind of,
What do you want?
What does any man want? To talk.
Money?
To look at
women?
these trains.
To look at trains.
You don't think these trains are cool and all?
I look at them every day. They're pretty hot to me. Derek, you know, could you bring some water back here?
right now.
When this guy's gone. Okay. Listen, buddy. We got a lot of people that come up to here.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
let me
here
see
to
the
rob the
train. Let me
train.
see. I know you're not here to rob the train, but they're just like, let me see the train. Let me see the train.
How long you been a conductor for?
12 years.
Anything weird you've seen?
Weird?
Conducting the train at night?
Yeah, plenty of weird stuff.
Like what?
Uh,
Any weird things that struck your fancy? Or
struck my
scared you a little?
fancy. No, I didn't. Did you want to know how the steam power works?
Did I ask you how the fucking steam power works?
Whoa, buddy, I don't like the tone you're taking with me here.
And I don't
You're
like
in
the tone
my-
you're taking with me.
You're in my engine right now.
Last I checked, Montgomery Gray was looking at being investigated. And that's your job, my friend.
I ain't heard nothing about that.
Well,
Investigated for what?
tax evasion.
Tax evasion, my asshole.
They
They're
can't prove
all
it.
evading taxes anyway. What the hell do you care? What is it to you?
He's
Secret Service.
Oh. You get a badge, you think you're tough shit, huh? Come in here, want to harass me? About what? What do you...
I don't think I'm tough shit because of a badge. I think I'm tough shit because of this, and he shows the gun a little, and because of these, and he shows multiple wounds from where he's caught random fragmentation from shit on his time at sea.
Well, you pull out the gun and...
He doesn't pull it out.
he's just like pulling his jacket up a little bit.
Just opens the jacket a little and shows it.
Okay. All right, what do you want?
I already asked you.
Have I seen anything weird in the middle of the night?
Shit that you don't think should have been real.
Should have been real.
Or shouldn't have been real.
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Investigations.
Into...
The world. And he stares at him in the eyes.
No, I'm a church-going good man. I ain't got nothing.
Sure shit don't act like it.
Neither do you.
I never said I was.
I suppose. Either way, no, I did. Roll a psychology check.
82 over 30.
Yeah, it seems like he's a normal person.
What do they call you?
Call me John.
John?
Yeah.
Appreciate your time, John.
Okay.
And Tate's gonna look out the front window. Shit, John, what's that?
Huh?
And then he pulls the train horn and he leaves.
Or no, it's with their whistles.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. Derek and John are they look at each other, and Derek kind of shrugs his shoulders and lifts his hands,
And then they start like yelling at each other. You know, John starts yelling at him like, "What the fuck you doing bringing people like that in here?" So you get back. Can we have Dubois? Hubert Birdie Johnson is sitting by himself, drinking his bourbon blue, neat.
Smoking a cigarette. Yep. Glancing through the notes that Ripplinger had provided.
Yep. After some time, it's, you know, you're out in like vast, wide open farmland. And then you hear the toot, the train whistle. People kind of look around. Look out the window. Don't see anything weird. And then like a minute later, your partner comes back.
Hey.
Sorry, just always wanted to do that.
Do what?
The whistle.
Well, that was you, huh? They give you a conductor's hat and everything, sport?
I suppose I could have taken it if I wanted it to, but no.
Well, I mean, I think if you would have taken the conductor's hat, that would technically be theft. And I'd have to book you.
Yeah, you're probably right, Birdie. You know what I did get, though? Ma'am. And he waves down a cart lady.
It's a different woman this time. Hello.
Hey, I just spoke with the gentleman up front.
Yeah.
They gave us permission just to buy the bottle off you.
Who did you speak to?
Yeah, it's Derek and John up front.
Derek and John, they told you can buy a bottle?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I check with them real quick?
I don't know why I had to go through all that, but...
Hey, before you go up there, though, I could use a refresher anyway. Just in case this guy's telling you a tall tale. If you don't mind.
I think they said $3 for the bottle.
Roll a lie check.
72.
Under, over?
Is lie a skill?
Deception? Probably.
No, I think it's fast talk.
Oh, there's multiple ways to lie. There's fast talk, and then there's another one.
Sleight of hand.
May I?
Fine. Just get
Fine.
He'll be fine. He's got a guard.
Okay, so there's charm. There's fast talk. There's persuade. There's also just persuade.
That would be at 72 over 35 persuade.
I think Birdie's got good charm, though, doesn't he?
He's got good persuade. Oh, don't forget to mark that as a failure. Don't forget to mark your failure. Yeah, I'd have to check with my manager. I'll be honest with you. She's not buying what you're selling. I'll be honest with you. I don't really want to lose my job over this, so let me just check with my manager, okay? And she kicks it into reverse. Comes back. Yeah, sounds like we have to honor the 3-drink rule. Sorry. You want your second one?
Yes, please.
Okay. And how about you?
Why not?
Okay. Hands it to you. The rest of the train ride goes by uneventfully, unless Birdie wants to do anything.
Birdie has a flask in his breast pocket. So,
Ooh.
Yeah, he's going to consume his 3 drinks, but this dude knows to come prepared. Come on.
Tate keeps his in his boot.
How big?
Not very. But
You
he's
don't
also-
keep a metal flask in your boot, do
He also
you?
doesn't
Like
wear...
just like a 2 ounce, like one whole shot? I have.
It's like 2 shots. It's small and thin, but he also doesn't wear tied boots.
Yeah. I do own a flask that's like 1.5 ounces. Yeah, it's tiny. No. Like it's like
1.5.
Little less than a shot. Anyway, okay. You guys get proper sloshed. The night starts to creep in.
It wouldn't be sloshed. It'd just be, we just maintain.
You maintain.
Tate gets a little fucked up.
Do you guys have like a conversation a little drunk? Talk about, Apollo's Cradle. What have you guys been doing since you got back?
I personally feel like there would be maybe a bit of reminiscing on that, depending on how crowded the car is that we're in.
You guys have made a few stops. It's lightened a little bit.
Are we in our own like booth, like in the train, or are we in like a bus variation?
It's more like a bus. Yeah, it's more like the regular class.
They still have like opposing seats.
Yeah. Like you're back to back with people.
Mm-hmm.
But you and him, Clay and Birdie, are facing each other.
Mm-hmm. So, I still you go anywhere in the country, barring, like certain places out in Texas and, the American Southwest, you're going to find grass, man. I mean, anywhere. Biggest thing is finding water for your horse, right? But you can go anywhere you dang well please.
Well, yeah, Birdie, of course there's grass and water everywhere. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I'm just saying, man, you take that mechanical monstrosity you call a vehicle, truck, car.
So you really don't think that my vehicle will ever surpass horses?
I mean, maybe in the inner city where you can get anything you dang well please, but you go an hour out of town, man, plenty of hay, ain't plenty of kerosene or whatever you're burning in that thing.
Leaded, Birdie, but watch, one day, that car like mine will be soaring through the sky, Birdie.
Soaring through the sky. Yeah, I mean, as far as aeroplanes, I get that, right? Because, they can fly and you can have little strategic spots, where they can refuel. Car, man, you'd need tanks of gas all over the place.
Yeah, well, what if that happens?
Shit.
I would bet good money that, if there's a business to be had, Birdie, things are going to go off.
Well, it means there ain't even enough roads yet. Yeah, I mean, you got to...
Who needs a road? You just take it down a cart path.
Cart? All right. Well, I've been in some pretty thick bush in my time, and all I'm saying is can't take that car. I mean, that thing ain't going to be driving over creeks and hills and whatnot.
We haven't tried that yet, Birdie.
I mean,
I'm not against it. That might be kind of fun, but...
All the power to you, man. But right now, I feel the freest a man can be is he's got a
behind the wheel.
Rifle in hand and a trusty mount beneath his feet.
Listen, next time that we have a job that's local, we're going to take it. And then you can stand in the back or in the passenger seat with your shotgun there, Birdie. And you can protect it like a shotgun rider for Wells Fargo.
All right, you're on. Next time we get a job local, all right, we'll take that Model T around and about.
Would you guys talk at all about, I assume you guys have had time to reflect, right, on, I mean, even Sadesky has messaged me as he's been editing, what was this? What was that? I forgot about this.
Oh, yeah, him seeing lights. Yeah, there was a thing where, you're right, we 100% would have chatted about it on this ride, too, because we're sharing drinks.
Tate's not going to bring any of it up, though.
Birdie is.
So, yeah.
Hey, so, Tate,
That's my name.
This is drink 4 from Birdie's flask for both of us. So, Tate, let me redirect your attention here for a minute.
Something happening outside?
No, sir. I just want to pivot on this conversation and get back to something that's been gnawing at me a bit.
I see. Love troubles.
No, sir.
No? Huh.
Nope. About to get a little preternatural on you. A little metaphysical.
Tate's going to look around. Is there anybody, close to us?
No, there are people, kitty corner from you, and there's, maybe 12 people on the whole cart.
But he can infer that we can have our own conversation.
Yeah, totally. And some of the people on are napping or having their own conversations. Yeah, you're good.
What's on your mind?
Well, remember when we were at and about last trip?
Well, of course.
When I was on watch and old Marge came and gave me a visit, right?
Yeah, your vivid dream.
Yeah, vivid dream. Well, you remember I woke up with a piece of paper I didn't have on my person prior.
I do, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You still have that?
Yes, sir. Birdie would remember this vividly. I am having a hard time. When we went through our debrief, there was something mentioned about Tate's experience. Like he saw something that Birdie would have immediately latched onto in his mind. It was metaphysical, like something. Help me out.
That's when Tate saw the lights.
Yeah. Okay, so it was Tate saw the lights.
But Birdie didn't mention, like, really any of his stuff in the debrief.
Birdie didn't in the debrief.
Yeah.
But Birdie and Tate did have a chat about his experience with the dream and the piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you know that I ran into a bit of an odd one there, and I was wondering if I want to hear your unofficial side about seeing them lights.
It was weird, you know? You know, the first time I was sitting in that cabin with, well, who we know is not Sweetwell, and you, and it was looking at me, and they don't have eyes, Birdie, but it was staring at me from outside the cabin.
Was that before or after we had a visit by all them friendlies in the suits?
It was the night after I got bit.
Gotcha.
It kind of took all my attention in a weird way. And then it started moving. It was uncomfortable. You ever have a dream where you're going to work and you don't have your pants on?
Not exactly, but yeah, I'm picking up. Yeah, I've had them.
But you couldn't do anything about it?
Shit, every night, man.
It was kind of the same thing. And then the second time, it started out the same way. And this was that. This is when you found me. And it latched onto me from outside a shuttered window and made me want to open the front door. Then I opened the door and it pretty much went black. And it was warm, burning, but it felt good, but also very aggressive. Like it wanted to consume me. It was consuming. It's the best way I can put it.
Do you think that's what got you better sooner than you should have, or?
That's kind of what healed the leg wound.
Because when I heard that, when I heard this thing, you talking about it, to me, and maybe I was putting my own personal spin on it, but it sounded like there was, let's just say, two forces at work. One aiming to destroy and the other one aiming to repel said destruction.
They were one and the same.
Oh, so you don't think there was it?
The same force that it... Part of me really thinks it was trying to make me better, heal me, so I was more healthy to serve it.
Oh.
I think that's part of why all the gaspers were still up and gasping.
Oh, so you think you might have been in the beginning stages of becoming one of them?
They were trying to get me.
That is, I'm really glad we're having this conversation, because I had this diametrically opposed theory, and hearing this definitely gives me a new perspective.
And Tate downs his drink.
And Birdie, something you might remember, something Dubois might remember, might not. You did have a couple dreams, and one of them was about there was a boy in a room writing and a man in white.
I vaguely remember that.
Birdie kind of like,
You know, I did have a dream of my own out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Aside from the one with Marge?
The thing is, the one with Marge didn't particularly feel like a dream. I mean, even though it was odd and, you know, the passage of time and the movements here and there didn't feel as sequential as they could have. I mean, there felt like I was too lucid, you know, too aware for it to be a dream.
Do you think maybe Marge was kind of the glue holding that whole place together?
Well, shit, I don't know.
Or keeping the lights at bay?
Yeah, I don't know if Marge had anything at all to do with them lights, or if she were the lights themselves. Too much unknown there for me to speculate proper.
Everything we read and saw, how she was in your dreams, and it was lucid, and how they burned down her hut, and then her hut came back and she was in it, and then it was gone again. How does she do that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about a bit.
I think we might want to see if we can't look into that a little.
Well, believe you me, I have been.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Find anything good?
Just more questions. Always more questions.
I feel like we're going to have to get used to that, Birdie.
Yeah. Story of my life.
I mean, have you met our GM?
Yeah. Right? Yeah. You know, I did have this one. This definitely felt more of like a dream. But it was still a bit odd. Because I wasn't myself, you know. Like the Marge thing, I was me. I was Birdie.
Yeah.
You know, I was walking around and I was aware. Had this other one, though, where I weren't me. Yeah.
How do you mean?
Yeah, it was started out in the field or woods or something, you know, outside, outdoors. And the next thing you know, I'm in like a little bit of like a village or something. And then from there, I'm inside this home and there's this little boy there sitting in the room and it ain't me, right? Or at least I don't think it's me because I don't recall that. But he's sitting there drawing pictures.
Were you seeing out of the boy's eyes?
It was like I was a fly on the wall.
Okay.
No, he wasn't drawing pictures. He was writing.
Writing.
Yeah, just writing away.
Do you know what?
he seemed really like concerned or like afraid.
I don't know what he was writing, but his posture said that something was on his mind. He was definitely, I don't know, let's just say he weren't comfortable, right? Like maybe something was causing him to get his hackles up, a little afraid or something.
Kids do all the time, Birdie.
Yeah, well, as he's sitting there writing, this man in white kind of appeared and seemed to be looking down on him.
Man in white.
Yeah, man in white. I don't know if I can
Like
get
a
more.
trench coat?
You know, do I remember anything about it?
No, too dreamy. He was wearing white suit, but other details are too dreamy. You know what I mean?
I can't remember the cut of his garb, right? Could have been a robe, could have been a suit. Heck, could have been a bath towel.
Could have been Marge showing you something.
It might not have been Marge at all. Or maybe it was her.
Somebody's showing you something from Divisio or maybe even the sub-octor.
Maybe. I mean, I'd say that seems like a jump, but what the hell do I know, you know?
I'll think on it. Keep your ears open and eyes. Anything, Divisio, if you see the words sub-octor, I think it's a title, but...
Where's this sub-octor coming from?
That was in the note.
I hear what you're saying now.
From who? Whose note was that?
I believe that was the Harris note. I can check, though.
I think so.
Yeah, anything with a D or a 9 or looking like that shape or no, that's a big old question mark there, and I see anything remotely close to that up, I'll be letting you know real quick.
I think we keep that close to us, though.
Oh yeah, we don't. Yeah, nothing good to come from spreading and speculation prior to us getting ourselves some more intel on that.
I hear you, Birdie. Well,
we ain't no daggum yellow journalism over here.
Yeah, we also got to do whatever we can to get promoted as fast as possible. Get out of these streets.
Oh, you're looking to get away from the missions, huh?
Eventually, you know.
Well,
some more time local wouldn't do me bad. But Birdie, for now, and Tate will kind of kick his feet up, wrap his jacket around him. For now, I think I'm gonna get some shut-eye. We might need it.
Oh, I'm sure we will. Yeah. As Birdie does the same. All right. The day they try to get me in a desk is the day I get a new job.
hey, everybody. Yours truly, Zenner, coming at you with a couple big things. Number one, thank you to everybody who's tuned in, who's listened, who's shared the show with a couple of friends or family members, or people who left really nice comments, or people who followed us and rated us. I mean, okay, listen. We all know, I know. Listen, I watch YouTube videos and all that crap. I know when I'm listening to or a streamer and they're like, hey, you don't like, subscribe. It's like, oh, dude, come on, kill me. I've heard this 900 million times before. But no, I get it. I do get it, because a like, a subscribe, a 5-star rating, a 4-star rating, a 3-star rating, a rating at all, you know, or a follow, really helps a lot. I think the biggest thing, shows like this spread via word of mouth. So if you have some fellow nerds or fellow horror enthusiasts or people who really like X-Files or Twin Peaks or whatever, you know, let them know, hey, there's this show made by this group of 3 weirdos that maybe you'd enjoy. And, you know, send them the link to the first episode. It means the world to us. It helps a ton, and we appreciate it. We really seriously do. I mean, we couldn't make stuff like this without, you know, you guys. I mean, really, truly. But also, I mean, holy crap, Chapter 1 is out. I am really excited, you know, just by the fact that Chapter 1 is out in its entirety. We've been working on this for a really long time. And to see it out, completed, people listening to it, it's like, holy crap! It's like, is this real? I don't know. Maybe. Are we all in a dream? Are we just spiraling in space on a piece of sand? I don't know. But anyway, Chapter 2, I'm really excited for, and you know, not to get ahead of myself, but I was sitting down to write Chapter 3 or to flesh it out a little bit more. And I'm excited for Chapter 3. Oh my God. I went to one of my friends. I was like, listen to this idea I had. And he was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And that's almost exactly what he sounds like. But anyway, so all that to say, you know, we have a Patreon. We have shirts. Oh my God, shirts, merch. New t-shirt for Chapter 2 is available starting today, or it should be, assuming I, you know, went on the website and hit, you know, enable, which, you know, I am a very fallible person, so maybe I forgot. But, you know, that's, you should go check. You should go check the website, see if there's some cool shirts that are available, and, you know, let me know by either joining the Discord and saying, hey, Cody, I don't see that really cool shirt, or, you know, you can order the cool shirt, and then I'll know that you saw it. right? Anyway, I think that is just about all. Hope you guys enjoy. Anyway, a lot more to come. And yeah, we all really appreciate it. Thanks. Bye.